very special guest today who form part of an age-old tradition dating back to 1909, where every year 14 senior Yale men are selected to be in the Whiffenpoofs, the world's oldest and best-known collegiate a cappella group. Now, the Whiffs began as a senior quartet, and today the group has become one of Yale's most celebrated traditions. They're currently on their world tour and touched down in Cape Town last night, literally at 1 a.m. this morning. And we have them in studio. But before we chat, take a look at this.
What is a cappella? The Oxford Dictionary explains it with reference to choral music sung without instrumental accompaniment. This musical phenomenon has recently taken flight with television shows like Glee and Smash and the film Pitch Perfect receiving rave reviews. The Yale Whiffenpoofs are the world's oldest and best-known collegiate a cappella group. Founded in 1909, the Whiffs began as a senior quartet that met for weekly concerts at the famous tavern on the Yale campus in Connecticut. As their fame on campus grew, the quintet began their search for a name. One of the founding members referenced a joke featuring a mythical dragonfish named the Whiffenpoof. The group found the name an apt reflection of the atmosphere and cheerfulness that accompanied the group's gatherings. The word quickly caught on with the group's admirers, and the name stuck. Now, nearly 100 years since the first vocal note was struck, the 14 senior Yale men who were selected to be in the 2013 Whiffenpoofs have touched down in South Africa as part of their world tour. I could be violet sky. They have performed for presidents, kings and VIPs, and now they perform for South African audiences alongside the South African Youth Choir and the UCT Choir.
As you can see, the guys have racked up a whole bunch of credentials which make them what they are, one of the most successful a cappella groups in the world, and the oldest as well. Here they are. Guys, good morning. Welcome to Mike, to Andy, Julian, and Henry.
Yeah.
One time, half course, swoosh. 1 a.m., you guys have literally, have you had any time to sleep at all? Because you look amazingly fresh for people that have just landed in the
Thank you.
You've got a good makeup team.
Yeah. Props to them. Shout out to the girls in the back there. How's the trip been for you? You traveled from Madagascar to here?
Yes, that was our most recent flight. We actually had a layover in Johannesburg, so it was a whole day of traveling. But it was great, great airlines, great food.
And the world, I hope so. The world tour, where have you been all around the world so far?
We've been to...
Is that always the...
Yes.
Let's think about it, because it's just been so much.
We were in about 10 countries in Europe, 5 countries in the Middle East, then we were in Kenya, Madagascar, and now here. But I guess those countries are what? Iceland, Norway, England, France, Germany, Turkey,
Dubai, Jerusalem,
Jordan,
Italy,
Switzerland.
And Julian, you're responsible for this because you're the tour manager, right?
Yeah, I'm responsible for Africa, and other tour managers are responsible for the Middle East, let's say, or Europe. You know, it's a lot of stuff that has to be planned, and most of us only know that which we're planning and have no idea where we're going to be the next day, and we just happily go along and sing where we need to sing, and then pass out or eat or drink.
Is there a passing out, Henry? I thought a cappella guys were sweet guys. They're the good guys, you know, the kind of guys that girls can take home to their parents. Now you're passing out. What's going on?
Passing out, yeah, definitely. At the end of every concert, on stage, because
just
of the travel schedule.
You know,
it's so draining. Yeah. No, it's a kind of horrifying travel schedule, as you just heard, and so we catch up on sleep wherever we can, on buses and planes, and in between performances.
Tell me about what it's been like for you guys to be part of this, like I said, this age-old tradition that has been going on for the longest time, and to be celebrated in many, many ways, where you guys have had the opportunity of being on famous TV shows, and you've kind of done it all that an a cappella would like to do.
Yeah.
Probably, what's that been like for you?
It's cool. I mean, it's cool to see that a cappella is so popular in the States right now, and it's a really old tradition, and so the Whiffenpoofs are kind of the beginning of that tradition in the collegiate a cappella scene, and it's cool to be a part of that legacy. Kind of what we do is a little bit more of the old school than what is really popular today. So we actually got to be on the hit TV show Glee, and they were referencing Glee as like one of the things that's kind of bringing about this a cappella renaissance right now. So it's kind of funny that we're over here on the old end of the spectrum and Glee's over here, but they still invited us to have a little a little like nod.
Keeping the classical
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
you got to have it there. But I mean, obviously, you're having worked with the Glee team. You guys are on the season finale, as you said, that's coming up later. You must have gotten to work with most of the people on the cast, and really sad news that we heard on the weekend of the passing of Corey.
Right,
Did you get a chance to work with him
In fact,
at
he
all?
wasn't there when we were filming, but it's a bizarre kind of brush with, like, it's weird to have met those people and like know that the Glee family, even tangentially or peripherally. So no, we didn't meet Corey when we were filming, but horrible news.
Yeah. But you being in South Africa, obviously, I don't know, have you ever been to South Africa before, any of you in your own personal capacities?
Well,
He is South African. Let's all, okay, Mike is South African.
Doesn't count.
It doesn't count. But how did you meet up with the guys? Did you studied at Yale?
Yeah, I applied and I got in like any other student, and I just studied and eventually applied to be in this group. And I'm just a member of these, this group, and planned this tour. And I thought I'd bring the guys to my hometown. And
Has he
here
told
we
you any
are.
weird stories about South Africa that you are kind of?
He is the weird story about South Africa. Are you kidding?
Mostly lies. So
Mostly lies.
Yeah.
But what are some of your expectations being here? I know you got 3 shows lined up, but what are some of your expectations outside of the music? I mean, obviously the crowds are going to be great, but
gosh, great wine, good views. I think we'll be hiking Table Mountain today if the weather gets any better.
mountain climbers unite.
we're going to Cape Point as well.
Wow.
And probably Observatory at night and Long Street and Rose Memorial.
Are you going to hit
so
Long Street?
I think so.
That's going to be the end of your tour.
It is. It's on the last day.
Oh no, I heard about Mercury Mondays. One of the makeup girls told me Mercury Monday.
So not only are our makeup team quite esteemed doing their job as makeup artists, but they've got the whole party schedule too. Gotta love it like that. The guys will be performing on the 15th of July at Theatre on the Bay, 16th of July at Hugo Lambrecht Music Centre in Parow, 17th of July at the Baxter Theatre. And today on our show, after the break, stay tuned.